What's going on, guys? It's me, Airliner Fan 2016 here, and today we have another Airliners International 2024 newsletter for you guys. Super excited to get into another newsletter for today, and I'm just super excited to go into see what's going to be happening for Airliners International 2024 for our third newsletter on my channel. So super excited, and I did brought a special guest with me. Today I'm joined here by
AviationLAS here. Welcome to. So excited to be a part of this video. I can't wait to talk about Airliners International. I can't wait to do this with Airliner Fan 2016. Please go subscribe to him. I promise you, you guys will not be disappointed if you guys want more aviation content to come.
Yes, sir. So really glad to have my buddy Ed with me, or AviationLAS, and why don't we get started? So let's get started on the previous newsletter. So here's the previous letter. I think this was posted on somewhere around, here we go. So May 14th, 2024 at 6:27 a.m. Now I'm not going to go into further much because there's another newsletter that was just posted today as of this recording. And it says, so we're going to get started with the newsletter. So it says, we apologize for the difficulty in booking our tours. Sometimes new things are not easy. The detailed instructions to access the booking engine are below. We are working with the software provider to make the booking process or the booking page more intuitive. But yeah, so kind of I think when the tours were open on the day the tours were open, which I think it was May 2, apparently there was kind of a problem with the booking, and many of us had to figure out how can we go into this booking tours. But thankfully we kind of managed to figure it out. My buddy Ed, along with some other guys, were able to figure it out. So yeah, we managed to figure out on what we need to do. We followed the steps, and then we book our tour. So yeah, Ed, how was that? How's that process?
At first, it was quite difficult to book the tours, but since JJ Skippy helped us out with it, I was able to book the tours that I want, like Jet Midwest and the barbecue and all that fun stuff to come. So yeah, we got everything prepared, and yeah, all those newsletters will help you out. They'll help you out to set up the tours and everything. Even the website itself, it'll help you how to book the tours and everything. But just let you know, book the tours ASAP because they can sell it right away. Because these tours are pretty good for this year's airliners. So please get them booked ASAP.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the tour, the availability of the tours later in this video. So you guys see what's happened so far in the tours. So hopefully there's some tours available. Well, I'm gonna take a look at that later. But moving on, we're gonna be moving on to our current one. I think this was posted today, somewhere around 5 in the morning. So we're gonna get started, and this is gonna be talking about our seminar speakers and our Saturday Night Banquet guest speaker. So I'll be looking forward to see what this has to offer. So with that being said, let's get started with today's newsletter. So of course you just see this you just see the average the banner of the Airliners International 2024 convention in this newsletter. So we're gonna get started with the paragraph right here. So it says, our informative seminar schedule has been confirmed. All of our seminars are free, open to all show attendees. First-time presenters include Todd Michaels from Gemini Jets. I'll go into all the time tours, the tours of not tours, but I'll be going over the time for these seminars later down the road. Dave Hall from Motto Art or Plane Tags, and author adventurer Charles Kennedy with his breathtaking story for a solo Cessna 172 ferry flight from the UK to Sudan. Please see the box below for details. And here are some other information. So we have a few vendor tables available due to cancellations. Email us, and then all the other stuff. Few tours space still open. So we have a few tours that are still open. And then you can see the link of the helicopter flights during the Friday night props at the barbecue at the TWA hotel. And yeah, you can see all the various stuff from here. So you can check it out. Few bookings or a few rooms available at the Best Western Hotel Plus Hotel right next door to the Hilton. So there's a few rooms there are a few rooms available at the Best Western Plus Hotel. So pretty much the Hilton Hotel is already fully booked because of how many attendees. So airliners had to do another hotel beside it, the Best Western Plus Hotel, in once again, it's just beside the Hilton Hotel. So as I go at the Airliners International website, you can see all the reservations for the Hilton Hotel. I have a feeling they might be already sold out at this point. And then you also got the Best Western Plus KCI East. So you can click on this link and then it goes to all the various like reservations for that hotel room. I just hope those hotel rooms for those days are still available. But yeah, you go through the process, you pick your room, you get like the promotion code for Airliners International, and then yeah, you booked it. But other than that, it's kind of like very hard, especially we're kind of like less than like 20 days away until Airliners International. So I'm not sure how hard is it going to like find a room for those days, so just be prepared. So it's gonna be very interesting. What do you think, Ed?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, of course. Since the Hilton Hotel is sold out already, unless you book a room around Thursday or Friday, you should be good. But the best thing to do is to go to the Best Western. Luckily, the hotel is just next door to the Hilton Hotel, so you should be good on that. It's just like at least like a 10-minute, 5-minute walk from the hotel to the Hilton. So you should be good in no time, honestly. So please check your room as soon as possible because that can sold out as well.
Yeah, you gotta like check it, otherwise you don't have a space for like all the Kansas City attendees at the Hilton. So yeah, for all attendees staying overnight at Hilton, our group rates include a free parking at the hotel, and even though the booking confirmation shows a parking change, it will not be collected. Parking is also free for daily attendees, like as per usual. And then see you soon. 20 days to go from Chris Limmer, Steve, and Bill, your Airlines International 2024 MCI team. What's the last name of Bill? I'm just curious, Ed.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
Bill
Connor
is the only.
I think Connor did mention his last name. However, it's kind of like a hard name to pronounce. But I just know Chris Limmer's last name, and then Steve and Bill. That's all I can say. Anyway, so that is all the information from what you're seeing right there. Now we have our Airliners International 2024 MCI seminar schedule. All aviators are invited to attend the seminars at no charge. So we're gonna be going over all these like people who are gonna be attending, who are gonna be doing these seminars during the convention itself. So I'm looking forward to hopefully attend one of these maybe, but yet again with some schedules, I have not like posted my schedule on what I'm gonna be doing for Airlines International, but we'll just have to wait and see once I reveal it to you guys on what my plan is. But other than that, we're going to be going over the seminar speakers. So we're going to get started with our first one, which is going to be Thursday, June 27th of 2024. From 10 a.m., we have Tom Livesley, the Jumbo Double Nickel, the 747 turns 55. So here we'll be talking about like the Boeing 747 and probably like all the other jets in the Boeing fleet during like the jet age. A fascinating look back from Boeing's commitment to build the world's first jumbo jet as it struggles with a faltering world economy, the SST program, space contracting for Apollo, and deliveries of the 707, 727, and 737 for airline customers. So it's not just like the 747, but you also got like all the various like other planes like the 707, 727, and yeah, Boeing, it's kind of talk about Boeing on how they built the Boeing 747, the world's first jumbo jet, and how successful the 747 really is throughout the jumbo jet age. So looking forward for some people to like attendees, looking forward to some people who are going to be attending these conventions. Next up, we have a 1:30 p.m. seminar scheduled for Steve Corsgrove, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yes, you got that correctly. Yes.
Perfect, thank you. Airway Magazine and how to photograph and write for publication. So a look into Airways Magazine presented by Steve Corsgrove, CEO and publisher of Airways, the history of Airways and its evolution for a magazine into an aviation multimedia powerhouse. What does it take to work with us as a contributor or photographer? So he's gonna be talking about like how to like photograph and write a publication for the Airways Magazine, and he's gonna like go through all the process on how he's going to do that. So it's also, if you're interested on trying to write a publication and posting all aviation news in a magazine, then this seminar will be for you. Next up, I think this is what most of us are going to be excited for, the 3 p.m. seminar speaker featuring Todd Models, aka Todd Michaels of Gemini Jets, and it's titled Gemini Jets from Conception to Flight. This is going to be very exciting, and yeah, I think Connor and JJ are really into like trying to go to the seminar. So as I read this, From the drawing board to the finishing product, you'll learn how Gemini jets are made, marketed, and moved to retailers around the world. We'll share tips to care for your models and keep your collection valuable. Plus, door prize raffle. So this is gonna be very cool right here. Todd Michaels will be the seminar speaker for Airliners International 2024, and man, I may consider trying to attend this. I hope my schedule fits within the time I'm gonna be like going to like the seminar speaker. And overall, I do want to like learn on how a Gemini Jet's 1-400 model or 1-200 model is made. And overall, this is gonna be a very fun seminar speaker to hopefully attend one day. What are you thinking of this, Ed?
Yeah, this one I'm mostly excited about. I mean, like Todd and Michael's talking about how Gemini Jets models are made with 1-400, 1-200 scale. So that will be very exciting. I'm mostly a collector fan, so I can't wait to see that and how they made it. Plus, with the painting, everything, and the mold, I just can't wait to see how they made it and everything.
Yeah, as a collector myself, this is going to be a very fun seminar. I'm going to be hopefully attending. Once again, it really depends on how, if my conflict was in one of my schedules, but hopefully I can attend this, and overall, I'll provide a video of that if ever I get to attend that. So that's going to be awesome right there. Next up at 4:30, we have David Valupillai. I'm not sure if I'm really pronouncing this person, but it's kind of like a very hard last name to pronounce. He's going to be talking about the Airbus Airliners, so it's basically like the Airbus A3 family. So like A320, A300, A310s. Some insights into how people, a plane, and a partnership born in the golden age of jetliners created the foundations, innovations, and a way of working to build half the world's airliners. So yeah, it's kind of like simple. It just talks about the Airbus airliners. That's it. So once again, it talks about the Airbus. He might talk about the Airbus family. So like just the Airbus family of commercial airplanes, from the A300 to the A380. So I think that's what might be happening for this one. So looking forward to some people. Well, hopefully some people can attend that. Now we move on to Friday seminars. So we're gonna get started on June 28th. So we have a 10 a.m. showing for Joe Crawford, maximizing the benefits of frequent flyer programs to travel the world. Chasing the dreams of traveling the world through the benefits of airline promotion and frequent flyer programs. Understanding and navigating the challenges of earning free travelers as an airline enthusiast and adventure seeker, and the true stories of how to maximize enjoyment for the journeys along the way. So we're gonna be I think he's gonna be talking about, from what I'm assuming, or from what I'm just looking at this, he's gonna be talking about all the frequent flyer programs and how you can utilize these frequent flyer programs. I think some people would love to be learn how to maximize their benefits of the frequent flyer program, and overall it's gonna be a talent show for him to talk about these frequent flyer programs. There we go. But other than that, it'll be a nice seminar for some people to attend to if they want to know more about the frequent flyer program. Next up, we have Charles Kennedy, the story of the Flight Tiger line, and I think that has to do something about World War II. And it says the Flying Tigers was an American freight airline founded by World War II vets and grew to become a global freight giant bought by FedEx in 1989. A feast of props, first-generation jets, and classic jumbos, and introducing the Flying Tiger Line Historical Society. So kind of like something about World War II, but then it kind of becomes like a freight airline that transfers into a global freight giant. Think of it.
Yeah, can I tell you something about this? This?
What?
It's actually one of the popular freighter airline. Yes, Tiger Line is one of the famous cargo planes before they merged by FedEx in 1989. Yes, I do like the living and everything. It is very popular when they released it in World War II, which is very interesting, to be honest. I gotta say, I can't wait to go to the seminar. It's gonna be a blast about learning about that airline. I always wanted to learn more about that cargo plane, including their classic 747s as well.
It's a very interesting freight airline indeed, and yeah, he's gonna be talking about the history of this airline and how the airline merged with FedEx and all about their fleet. So really cool right there. Next up at 1 p.m. we have Fred Finn. He's gonna talk about the world's most traveled. Well, technically he's saying the title is The World's Most Traveled Man, Fred Finn. Fred Finn holds the Guinness records for the flights on Concorde at 718, and he had traveled over 15 million miles. Come see Fred tell stories recounting his 65 years of world travel from his new book, Sonic Boom. Fred will have personality signed copies available. So he's gonna be talking about like all his adventures, especially when he flew on the Concorde. And yeah, he traveled like so much, I'll say. But once again, he holds the title as the world's most traveled man. Once again, he traveled over 1,500 miles. So that is really impressive for that guy.
Wow.
So if you want to hear some stories from him, then you can go to the seminar at 1 p.m. so you can learn more about his journey throughout his life as a traveler. Next up at 2:30, I think this is another exciting seminar for some people. We're gonna have Dave Hall, Model Art Plane Tags, Authority of Aviation Industry. With close to 25 years of upcycling aircraft, Model Arts is the premier name in aviation preservation. Model Art Plane Tags has partnered with major airlines to preserve the history of their aircraft by creating branded plane tags for the retired fleet. So he's gonna talk about all about the introductions and all the what makes plane tags really unique and how they do it and what they can do. And yeah, maybe he might have some plane tags for all like the guests who attended his seminar. And speaking of plane tags, I actually do have one plane tag by them. So it's a Delta L1011 TriStar I have. It's a really cool plane tag and overall really impressive look on it. And yeah, the amount of detail looks absolutely very insane. And they actually took that from an actual Delta L1011. So that is absolutely cool. So you kind of get to know the jizz of like monoplanes and plane tags. So if you want to learn more about like the man himself, Dave Hall, then you can attend his seminar and you can learn more about the plane tags and how they make them and what makes their business really strong. Next up at 4 p.m. we have Jared Miko, which is going to be talking about, or the title is Aircraft Dispatchers, Who Are They and What Do They Do? So he's going to kind of like putting it in a short sentence. He's going to like talk about what do dispatchers do and why are they important within the aviation travel industry. Come learn what aircraft dispatchers do and what roles they play in each and every commercial flight. We'll discuss a day in the life, duties, and responsibilities and what qualifications are needed to embark upon this career. So it's going to be a very nice seminar for people to attend if they're interested on dispatching. I know Citrus Aviation, he's like a aircraft dispatcher, so he might attend this if he ever comes to Airliners International. But other than that, we're gonna see him like at Airliners International on Friday for the seminar speaker at 4 p.m. Next up, we have Saturday, which is the last day of the convention itself, or the collectible show. We're gonna be starting off at 10 a.m. with Jeff Casey. He's going to be talking about PNA, the other Alaskan airline, which is like another different airline outside of like Alaska Airlines. Post World War II, Arthur Woodley transformed his fledgling Alaskan Air operation Woodley Airline to Pacific Northwest Airlines as a DC-3, DC-4, and Constellation operator of Western Alaska to the Pacific Northwest. PNA merged into Western Airlines in 1967, later become a part of today's Delta. I'll be discussing the airline's evolution and share multiple visuals. So, how this paragraph explained, he's going to be talking about like the history of this airline, how did it grow, and how did the merger happen, and like what caused this merger, and yeah, the legacy of PNA. But other than that, it's going to be another nice attention to like go to this seminar. But other than that, it's really cool. At 11:30 a.m., we have Charles Kennedy flying solo to Sudan. And here's a paragraph. Low-time recreational pilot Charles Kennedy delivered a Cessna 172 from London to Khartoum. I'm not sure if I'm
Khartoum.
Okay, thank you. Khartoum, London to Khartoum, flying 3,500 miles solo day VFR in January 2023 via France, Italy, Slovenia, Greece, and Egypt. Always challenging and frequently terrifying, result in a unique flying story. So if you want to hear his story on how he flew solo all the way to like Africa, I think Sudan's in Africa, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so he's gonna talk about this story, how he flew from the UK all the way to Africa in this very interesting storytime seminar. So that's gonna be very cool. Next up at 1 p.m. I'm not sure if I'm also interested into this, but we have Dan Goldsban, who's gonna be talking about the behind the scenes at Pacific Southwest Airlines, otherwise known as PSA. So many of us fondly remember Pacific Southwest Airlines. It was a
And
success.
no, people, not the official normal Southwest airline like it's today. It's different. It's
You
PSA
mean like
Airlines.
the regional brand, like PSA
Yeah,
Airlines?
yeah, Southwest
Yes.
Airlines itself. It's not like that.
Yeah,
Everybody
and it's
just
not
letting
the
you know.
PSA regional airline. We're talking about Pacific Southwest Airlines, PSA, the good, like the old time, the OG PSA. It was
Yes.
it was a successful airline outside the regulation of the CAB or CAB and the model of Southwest. Why then did it disappeared with so many others? Let's look behind the scenes to find some clues. They may surprise you. So if you want to learn the history of PSA, then you can come down to this seminar. I personally have like an interest in PSA Airlines since they're basically quote unquote California's airline, and they do have an operating base in San Diego's Lindbergh Field. So if ever I get the chance to actually attend this seminar, then it'll be very awesome. But if not, then I may have some other plans. Then who knows? But other than that, it should be a very cool seminar to try to attend. And overall, I'm looking forward to attend one of these seminars. So those are all your seminars right there. So very nice lineup of seminars, and shout out to all these people who are going to be doing these seminars because they put in some amazing work. And yeah, it takes like a lot of times to host these seminars. Of course, they got to get things set up, and then you got the chairs and all that. But other than that, it's really cool to have these seminar speakers at this year's Airliners International 2024. And from what I can think, maybe one of the seminars I may consider trying to attend is Todd Michaels' Gemini Jet seminar, and possibly the PSA, I think. But other than that, these should be very cool seminars that I can attend. I know Connor and JJ already had their seminars planned, and I may consider trying to attend the seminar as well, hopefully. So, what do you think of this, Ed?
Honestly, I think Toddler Models is the number one seminar I'll definitely going. I don't know about the first one, Tom Leslie. Maybe I'll go that because I love the 747 Classics. Even my parents flew on them. So we'll see if all according to plan. If not, then I'll go to the Top Models one. So I'm mostly excited about the Top Models because again, plus door prizes and raffles. So let's go. Todd Michaels on the go, and let's get to it. Let's start doing the seminars.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to hopefully attend the Todd Michaels seminar if ever I have like available time for that day. Once again, his seminar is 3 p.m. So I'm looking forward to hopefully attend it one day. And once again, as for the PSA, it's kind of like 50-50 if I should attend this or not, because of course I have a fascination. I'm starting to have a fascination with PSA because of like its really successful branding. But other than that, these seminars should be very awesome, and hopefully you can attend either of these seminars depending on what you like. So looking forward to hopefully me attending the seminars and my buddy Ed attending a seminar as well as for all of you. Next up, so we just gone through the seminars. Now we move on to the Saturday Night Banquet speaker, and we have confirmed our Saturday Night Banquet speaker, and that's gonna be famous YouTube travel vlogger. Excuse me. So he's gonna be the famous So the seminar speaker for this year is gonna be YouTube travel vlogger Noel Phillips. Now you guys might remember Noel Phillips. He is actually one of the seminar speakers from last year's convention in Airliners International 2023. He talked about all of his like stories on his travels, and yeah, he's gonna be the Saturday Night Banquet this year, and he will entertain us with the stories about his trips to fly on the rare Yak 40, which is like a Soviet-built aircraft, and other aircrafts in the state of the former Soviet Union, aka USSR. So it's gonna be very interesting to see Noel talked about all these like Soviet-built aircraft and what really makes them stand out compared to like all these other Western-built U.S. airlines and all that. But it should be very cool. And other than that, I'll say I'm really excited to hear what Noah Phillips has to say. And once again, he did wrote on this aircraft. And yeah, looking forward to see what he has to offer. Plus, an audience Q&A session. Tickets can be added to your existing registration, or you can purchase standalone tickets from the registration webpage. Tickets will not be sold at the door. You can also email us with your request. So, once again, I'm looking forward to see Noah Phillips at the Saturday Night Banquet. If ever I have, well, I'm not gonna. Once again, I haven't really confirmed. Well, I'm not sure if I have, but it's kind of like very cool to see Noah Phillips back at Airliners International, being part of the not seminar speaker, but the Saturday Night Banquet. So I'm looking forward to seeing him if ever I get the chance to meet him, of course. But here is the flyer right here, so you can see Noah Phillips himself, and you can see the aircraft itself, Yak 40. I'm trying there's like an airline name, of course it's Russian, but yeah, it's really like a hard name to pronounce, but it's very cool to see an aircraft like this, especially for
I actually know the name of the. I actually know the name. It's called Volga Dnepr. That's the name of that aircraft. Actually, it's a Volga Dnepr.
And that's cool. And you can see all like the text right here, so you can pause and read this so you can learn more. And here's like the bottom of the banquet flyer right here, so you can see all that. Once again, pause and read. So really cool to see Noah Phillips right here. So I'm looking forward to hopefully see him right there. I'm not sure, once again, I haven't really confirmed my schedule on what I'm going to be doing, so you'll find out. On the day, the day of Airliners, and I will reveal you guys my schedule, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, yeah, that's it for, everything. Then, of course, you have the barbecue returns, which is the Friday night at the Props Barbecue at the TWA Museum. I think I already talked about this on the last newsletter video already, so that's that. You can pause and read, and yeah, shorts. Kind of like to put it in short and simple, you're gonna be eating inside the TWA Museum. They're gonna have some nice barbecues, Joe's Kansas City, and then yeah, Cash Beer and Soda Bar are gonna be there. And then there's also a helicopter tours at MKC, which is you can book that, and they can do scenic flights during the barbecue. So that's really cool right there. Excuse me. But yeah, it's really cool. Now, Ed, I do want to mention, what do you think of the Saturday Night Banquet for Noah Phillips?
I'm actually very excited because, of course, it's my first time going to a banquet dinner. I know none of us did one except Connor and Alpine. So it's going to be very awesome to see Noah Phillips being a part of the seminars. I just can't wait to see his stories and everything. Even fly a very rare Russian aircraft, a Yak-40. That's the most rarest aircraft in Russia. And come on, come on. It's the most rarest airplane of all, honestly.
Yeah, it's really never present within the West Coast. So your only chance is to fly to Russia, and hopefully you get a chance to see this aircraft, because this is kind of restricted to various Europe and then all the other parts of Asia. So it's a really rare aircraft, like you said.
Yeah, and speaking of banquet dinner, we will have some raffles, question one of those quizzes. Yeah, and whoever wins the questions will get a prize for that. I'm sometimes nervous doing quizzes like that because, of course, I never win a raffle before. I've been trying for so many years, but nothing. So hopefully this time I'll get a chance to get there's going to be some free airline tickets or airplane models or any other memorabilia items that you can want. So all I can say, just have fun, just hang out with your friends for the last time before our time has come to go back. So yeah, just have fun.
It's going to be a talent show, to say the least. And yeah, to follow that up on those things, like what Ed said, so yeah, there's gonna be raffles of free airline tickets, free malls, and other free aviation memorabilia items. So that's really cool. I saw what happened in Connor's video about the Saturday Night Banquet in Dallas. I think, did you already mention that there was going to be a trivia questions? You had to write all these trivia questions, and then...
Yes, there's going to be a quiz, on a paper in the quiz, 20 questions there. So hopefully I'll get them right, because of course I am not good with quizzes at all. So please don't go by my statement, but all I have to do is just have fun,
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Even though I don't really much know about various aviation history, if I can try to do my best guess and hopefully get this right, and then that'll be very nice. So yeah, but yeah, I think you can also win prizes if you manage to get every question on the trivia correct. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So gonna be very interesting. And as Fred mentioned, I also want to talk about like the raffle thing. So last year's Airliners raffle, which is very interesting, I will say. So last year there was a raffle of free Breeze Airways tickets, and Alpine Aviation managed to win those tickets, which I was like blown away. Wow, I can't believe he actually has free Breeze Airways tickets. And where are the flights coming from for Breeze Airways?
Oh, I don't know. Probably around the USA. I don't know much except Las Vegas and LAX. So,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's all.
congratulations to Alpine Aviation to get on getting those free Breeze Airways tickets. And he might I think he already flown with Breeze Airways. He may have used those free tickets, but other than that, that is very impressive for him to like win those tickets. So yeah, raffles, they're like, it's a 50-50 if you like win something or you don't win anything. But other than that, I think like the big items are like a free airline tickets, and then like kind of the medium size would be like models, and then kind of like around like the low section it'll be like other memorabilia items, which I like. I like the style of that. That's really cool for Airliners International, the Airliners International team, to do these kinds of raffles. But yeah, really cool to say the least.
Yes, sir.
Now, as for the Saturday night, like the not Saturday night, the Friday night at the Props barbecue, what are you looking forward if you ever gotta wait? Like, do you have like anything to say about the barbecue on Friday?
Well, actually, yes, the TWA Museum. Let's go. And also the TriStar will be there as well. So, yeah, hopefully we will see the TWA MD-80 because I've never seen a TWA livery in my life. So, it's probably going to be my first time and probably my last time seeing a TWA and a Mad Dog, honestly. So, I can't wait to go there and mostly just eat and hang out with your friends all day. Hopefully, we'll get like underneath of an aircraft in the museum. Hopefully, that happens. So, yeah. Get ready.
I was gonna refer to that. So in the TWA museum, there's gonna be like a couple of turboprop airplanes. There's also gonna be a TWA MD-80. I think it's like something about something Pride livery. It's kind of like the reverse TWA livery. It's a really cool livery, I'll say, and you can search that up. It's like a TWA MD-80 at the TWA Museum. You can search that up and you can know what I mean. But it's really, really cool. The livery of the aircraft looks very nice, and I think it fits well for the MD-80 in general.
Yes, and fun fact about that MD-80, it used to fly for American Airlines. Actually, until it got retired around like 2015, 2016, until TWA Museum decided to take the aircraft and then paint it and then storage it, which is smart.
Really cool. Really cool indeed. Now, here are the booking tours for the Airliners International 2024. You can use this link. I think I mentioned or already demonstrated that at the previous newsletter I did. So you can take a look at that. But once again, here are all the access. Here's how you access it. So I'm not going to demonstrate for you guys since I already did. But I'll just show you the steps. So to access the tours from the above link, log into your registration. If on a mobile phone, turn the phone horizontally. Number 2, click registrations. Number 3, click view details. 4, click edit. And 5, scroll to the tours as your desire and add them to your registration. So I'm going to be talking about the tours. So there's still tours available. However, there are a couple of tours that are sold out, and I do have a Google Doc with me. And as for this one, before I go into that, if you need to register, required to book tours, or you wish to go to or book the barbecue, welcome party, or banquet registration not required, use this link. So you can just use this link right there. Now, continuing on, I'm going to talk about the tours because there's some tours that are available, and I do have a Google Doc with me showing you the availability of these tours. So let me just pull that up right now. Okay, so and here are the tours right here. So these are the tours that are still available and some that are unavailable. So we're going to get started with the TWA Museum tour. So we have a couple of availabilities for TWA number 2, which is going to be on Wednesday. So you can book the tour on Wednesday. And TWA 3 to 5, which is on Thursday and Friday, those are still available. The Amelia Earhart History Tour, like the Amelia Earhart History Tour, they are all available for both of these days. So you can like at least book those tours, so you can at least look for like a spot for that tour. Jet Midwest or JM7, Jet Midwest or Jet Midwest 7 in particular, those are still available for Friday. So a lot of us, like a lot of people are gonna, but like if you want to like attend the Jet Midwest tour on Friday, then you can book that so we can have that thing sold out. So yeah, very cool. And yeah, the Jet Midwest, it's a very interesting company. It's not like your average like maintenance, like airline maintenance, but there's
Well, it kind of is, to be honest. It kind of is. It's in a hangar right in the middle of MCI Airport, actually.
and that's like for contractors. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool. Jet Midwest is, once again, Jet Midwest is really built different. Now, as for the TriStar experience, there are 3 available. So you got L1011 1 to 3. That's all. They're all available on Wednesday. You also got L1011 on 4, L1011 tour number 4. That's still available for Thursday. And then you got L1011 number 7, which is available on Friday. So you can also attend these L1011 tours right there, and hopefully you could get a spot, because once again, these tours really sold out quick. And so you gotta like be fast at getting those tours. And speaking of sold out, the Aviation Weather Center tour is sold out. Everything from the Aviation Weather tour is already sold out. There's no more bookings for that tour. So I feel unfortunate for you, for those people who are trying to book this tour, and unfortunately it's sold out. So I feel bad for y'all. But other than that, it should be a very interesting tour. Anyway, there's gonna be videos of that on the community playlist. So yeah. So those are the tours right there. So what are you thinking of these tours, Ed? Any tours you're planning to go to?
Yes, actually, Jet Midwest is one I'm planning. I was gonna go into the TriStar on Wednesday, but unfortunately, due to I'll be arriving around like the afternoon, so unfortunately, I won't go through I want to go around the 5 p.m. time, but unfortunately, we got the spotting meetup on that time, so I want to skip that. But hey, at least we're gonna see at the TWA Museum, since it's at the exact location where it is. So I'm really excited. And Jet Midwest, I'm very excited to go there. Besides kind of like a maintenance tour, but there's also an airplane cemetery. And most of all, we will see the one and only Las Vegas Sands 747 SP. It's probably going to be my millionth and last time I will see that Queen of the Skies ever in my life, actually.
That's right. The Las Vegas Sands 747 SP is in the Jet Midwest, so hopefully we can see that aircraft, or for the individuals who are going to be attending that tour, hopefully they get a chance to see that, which is going to be very, very cool. I have never seen like a 747 SP at all, which that is, even though like just how rare it's really rare. The 747 SP is a very rare aircraft, so yeah, it's kind of like hard to find. Basically, there are no more 747 SPs flying in the US, but there are some 747 SP test beds in Canada, but yet again, they're not in the US, so this might be your only chance to hopefully see that Sands 747 SP, or if you live locally in Kansas City, then you'll see this plane multiple times. But it's really cool that this aircraft is sitting at Jet Midwest, and hopefully we can get a chance to see this aircraft. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that plane. Alright, so that's gonna do it for the tours. And
then, can I have one more thing about that 747 actually?
Yeah.
Fun fact, even though I've seen that plane millions of times, but that thing is around like 48 years old. It used to operate by TWA Airlines until a transfer to American Airlines, and then Las Vegas Sands bought it around 2003. Which is very insane. And for a 48-year-old 747 SP in service, actually, it's very awesome.
She is very old, and she really did have a great life. Anyway, so I already mentioned about like the availabilities for this tour. So TWA number 1, it's already sold out. TWA 3, there's 3 spaces left, so get those tours available or get those tours added. Once again, as previously mentioned, the Amelia Earhart History Tours, everything is still available, so hopefully some people can actually go get that. Jet Midwest, and holy crap! As I mentioned, I kind of mentioned something about Jet Midwest, but as of today, as of this upload, the Jet Midwest is already sold out. Which
wow.
I'm really impressed, I would say. That's like a very impressive turnout for like the Jet Midwest. A lot of people are really excited about this Jet Midwest, since we get to see.
I guess everybody's excited to see that Las Vegas Sands. I
guess so. That's I can really say. But Yeah, but it's not like the San 747 SP. There's some other 747s, maybe a couple of 747-400s. There might be some Boeing 777s there, Boeing
And the
767s.
777-300 non-ER version. This is going to be my first time seeing those in person, actually. So
Yeah, really cool they're gonna have this. I did actually see a 777-300 non-ER variant from Cathay Pacific at Taipei during my summer trip, but it's really cool to like see a non-ER 333, which that's really uncommon to see in the US, which it's really cool. Now as for the TriStar experience, 1 to 3 is still available right there, so those are your Wednesday tours, everything is still available. There's only one available for the Thursday one, so that'll be TriStar number 4, so that's still available. And there's only TriStar number 7 that's still available for Friday, June 28th. And as previously mentioned, the Aviation Weather Center, National Weather Service, NOAA is all sold out. So yeah, that's that. And as for the Friday Nights at the Props Barbecue, kind of already mentioned it, but once again, it'll be held on June 28th. And yeah, the first bus leaves the Hilton at 17:30. The barbecue service starts at 18:30. Last bus back to the hotel departs at 20:30. And the cost per person is $80.
I can't wait to be in there, honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun. Looking forward to attending that. And yeah, here's all the various, like, it's kind of like the same, like the last parts of like this newsletter, it's kind of like the same thing. So once again, you have all these various attractions like the World War I Museum, Historic Union Station, Nelson Atkins Museum of Art, Kansas City Monarchs minor league baseball game, flying in early, and then yeah, everything, all that. And then it just all talks about Kansas City, about like everything, like the information of Kansas City MCI, 13 airlines with 53 plus nonstop destinations. And then you also got the flyer right here. I've been like posting like at my local airport, I've been hanging these flyers throughout all the various parts of the terminal at my local airport. So kind of like spreading the word right there. So you can actually download this image, and then you can print this on a paper, and then have this displayed at your local airport or some other part of town or in your neighborhood. AviationLAS, I know you also did this too when you're in Vegas. When you go to like Harry Reid to Plane Spot, you promoted these Airliners International stuff. Right?
Yes, and just at least like a couple days later, they're already gone, which I'm very surprised, to be honest. Even some kids, I heard some kids telling their parents that they want to go, and that's actually shocking. I'm actually very happy I did that, to be honest.
Now you were at the LA show this month, right?
Yes.
And that's when it happened, right?
There aren't any one of those flyers for airliners, but I did put some last month actually, and that's when all that happened.
Yeah, but yeah, really cool to like spread the word for these Airliners Internationals, and hopefully somebody who saw these flyers can actually like do all the stuff, and then they can actually go to airliners themselves. So yeah, really cool right there. And then yeah, everything is just like all the other stuff on the various last pages, World Airline Historical Societies. But I do want to mention about the other airline shows around the world. So of course, as I do want to like go through all these. So yeah, once again, you got the Airliners International 2024 convention in Kansas City from June 26th to the 29th. That's like the big show for the year. Then you got the Manchester Airport Aviation Memorabilia Fair that's going to be happening on July 27th to the 28th at the Concord Hangar, Manchester Airport. And yeah, that's that. Then you also got the 2024 Cleveland Airline Collectible Show, which is going to be happening on August 24th, 2024 at the Best Western Plus. And it'll be lasting from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then you can hear all like the information right there. Then you got the Newark and New York City Area Airline Show, which will be happening on Saturday, September 7th, 2024, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Holiday Inn North. And then you also got all the prices for the hourly door hours, and yeah. And here is something I do want to attend. Of course, I kind of did mention this, but the San Francisco Airline Memorabilia and Airline Model Show will be happening on September 21st, 2024 from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. at the Best Western Grosvenor Plus in South San Francisco, California. Now, I did say that, like mentioned already, that I will hopefully attend this one-day collectible show. Admissions is $8. Children under 12 are admitted free. Special room rates are available. Use discount code SFO show. And yeah, this is for people who are staying in a hotel. But for me, since I live, it's basically 2 hours away from my home, so I can just like drive there, and then yeah, once it's done, I can drive all the way back home. But I hope I can attend this one-day collectible show at San Francisco. Once again, it'll be on September 21st, and hopefully that'll be my first one-day show. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully attend this convention, and it's gonna be very, very fun. Next up, we have the 37th annual Atlanta Airline Collectible Show, which will be happening on October 5, 2024 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it'll be, of course, at the Delta Flight Museum. So yeah, seen some videos or pictures of that from last year's one-day collectible show, and it's really cool. Then you got the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airline Collectible Show and Get-Together. That'll be happening on October 12th, 2024 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Best Western Plus Hotel. I think JJ Skippy is gonna be like attending this one because like he likes going to Minneapolis, so we should expect him to like provide some videos on that one-day show for this year. Then you have the Toronto Aviation and Airline Collectible Show, which will be happening on Sunday, October 20th, 2024 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the John Paul II Polish Cultural Center, and yeah, in Ontario, of course. And then you can see their email right there, and then you can visit their website right there. And then you got the Frankfurt Aviation Airline Collectible Show, which will be happening on November 9th of 2024 on a Saturday. It'll last from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you live locally in the Frankfurt area and you're an aviation enthusiast, and you can come down to this Aviation Collectible Show fair. So this is going to be very fun. Established as the Frankfurt Exchange Day in 1986, International Aviation Memorabilia Exchange. And then you got the Houston Airline Collectible Show, and it will be held on December 7th, 2024. The time is to be determined, but the hotel will be at the Sheraton Hotel North at Houston Intercontinental Airport on JFK Boulevard. Details will be coming soon for that collectible show. And here's our one of our first shows that are going to be happening for 2025. It'll be the biannual LAX Los Angeles Airline Collectible Show and Sale Saturday, February 1st of 2025. It'll last from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Embassy Suites by Hilton at LAX South. It's going to be a very interesting show for like all the LA collectibles or the LA enthusiasts, aviation enthusiasts who live in the LA area. It's going to be a very cool show. And Ed, you might be attending this show.
I might be, to be honest. I mean, I've been 2 shows this year in LAX, and they're all quite nice. Well, this one was different to me. Like less models than less like airplane models than memorabilia. So it's gonna be completely different, and hopefully next year will be like more exciting like last January. And yes, Connor is going, River Aviation's going, I know that. And yeah, I just can't wait to go there again. Hopefully I'll go. It's a 50-50 chance, so we'll see what happens.
Looking forward, and then if you ever go, then I can't wait to see those videos. And last but not least, we have the Amsterdam Aviation Collectibles Fair, which will be held on February 23rd of 2025. It'll last from 10 a.m. to 7. Well, this is military time, so it'll last from 10 o'clock to 17 or 10 o'clock to 17 o'clock. And yeah, hours admission is like €5. Yeah, €5, and it will be held at the Van der Valk Hotel, somewhere around Amsterdam Schiphol, I guess. And yeah, that's it for all the upcoming aviation tours. Thank you for our continued support of our hobby and WAHS by attending these shows. And as I previously mentioned, here are all the images of the TWA Museum, so you can see all the various simulators right there and various planes. And of course, the TriStar experience right there. I already talked about this from the previous one, so here it is right there. And then you got all this stuff right there. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, that's it for this newsletter. So I'm looking forward for these seminars. That's kind of like the main highlight for this video. It's all about the seminars and the guest speaker for the Saturday Night Banquet. So looking forward to hopefully attend all this various stuff. And overall, once again, shout out to all these seminars because they are absolutely amazing. And yeah, I think they're gonna do a great job on this year's convention, of course. And yeah, we don't know where. Well, we kind of know when the room will where it's gonna be. But other than that, looking forward to attending one of these seminars if ever I go there. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to having a great time and learn about the history and all the process that's going to be happening in this seminar. Now, we haven't got all the information of Airliners International yet. We're still missing the welcome and party reception and some other things for this convention before we finish with everything. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks we will see probably the last newsletter before the Airliners International convention gets kicked off. But other than that, just looking forward to seeing these seminars, and overall it's going to be very fun. What are you thinking, AviationLAS?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for this. Even though the welcome party reception is not confirmed yet, but I heard rumors going to be a baseball game. Hopefully it happens, because if it actually happens, I've never been to a game before, so this might be my first actual game. And so we'll see what happens. If it's confirmed, then we're lucky. We might go to a baseball game, to be honest. And a couple changes too about the vendors. Actually, almost all the vendors are gone. So good luck getting yourself a vendor, because there's only 7 available, and that's it. Yeah. That's all. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mention that, but yeah, make sure for all the people who are gonna be going to these vendors, and make sure you get a spot as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're gonna be out of luck, and then you're not gonna have a vendor. But other than that, looking forward to what's going to be coming up for the next Airliners International newsletter, and hopefully we can get everything knocked out so we can see what's going to be happening in its full entirety for Airliners International 2024. And yeah, I'm just looking for everything to see what the team is going to be doing, and I'm just super excited to see what's going to be coming up next. So, AviationLAS, do you have any final words for this before we conclude?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Airliner Fan 2016, about talking about this. And everybody, get everything ready for Airliners, because it can go by quick, like a second. So yeah, excited to see you there. Yes.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you there, AviationLAS. I know you're going to be attending this convention, including myself as well. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you all in this convention. So, you excited, buddy?
Yes, and also subscribe to my new channel, Super Aviation Yoshi, because I will do a new video over there pretty soon too. So prepare to see that video coming up too. It's going to be very fun, very hilarious too. So be prepared to see that video coming up too. It's going to be part of Airliners International stuff too. So excited to see you there.
It's going to be a talent show, to say the least. But yeah, once again, before I'm going to say my final thoughts. So I'm looking forward to this convention itself, and I can't wait to probably attend Todd Michaels' seminar and probably some other seminars that I might come across with. And it's going to be very fun, and I'm just looking forward for the fun in these seminars. So I'm just really excited for that. But other than that, everything's going to be absolutely awesome, and I'm just looking forward for this convention itself, as we are less than 20 days away. So I'm really excited to see what's going to be happening within those time frames. So I'm looking forward to the next newsletter, and I'm looking forward for an exciting time at Airliners International once the time comes on the 25th. And this is where everything is going to be very, very fun. So looking forward to everything. So yeah, that is it for today's video. So as I said before, looking forward to these seminars, and depending on which seminar you're going to be attending to, then hopefully you get the right one for yourself. So that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channels, me and AviationLAS, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you won't miss a video on either of our channels anytime soon. And if you want to see
and don't forget to subscribe my new channel too, Super Aviation Yoshi. That will be a video coming up as well, so get ready.
Yes, sir. And if you want to see more of my Airliners International 2024 videos, especially when I'm kind of doing these for preparation videos, then you can click on that playlist and you can see all my videos from there. And yeah, you can see all my various videos. And don't forget to check out AviationLAS, JJ Skippy's, JJ Skippy's Aviation. What am I saying? Okay, don't forget to check out. Sorry, do apologize, guys. I kind of messed up. But as I was saying, don't forget to check out JJ Skippy's Airliners International 2024 community content. We're kind of small amount of videos, but once Airliners International comes, then those videos are really gonna skyrocket for sure. But looking forward to see a tremendous growth on these videos once Airliners International 2024 comes. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys. Well, me and AviationLAS will see you all at Airliners International 24 for the next newsletter. Anyways, good night.
Good night.